Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss a question based on graphs, and this is a question of topological sort, but I will not be using the topological sort conventional way. Let's see how we can do it without the topological sort. So the question goes as that we are given some number of courses that we need to take, and the number of courses are labeled from 0 to num courses minus 1, and also we are given some prerequisite vector of vectors in which the prerequisite I is a vector which indicates two values, ai and bi. So what these two values indicate are that bi should be taken first, followed by ai. So in this prerequisite array we will return the ordering in which the courses should be taken. So let's see how we can do this. For this I have taken one example. So this is my prerequisite array. Let's see how it is forming a graph. So here I can see that 0 is dependent on 1. So I'll take 1 and I'll make a directed acyclic graph falling from 1 to 0. So this means that 1 has to be taken first and then followed by 0. Similarly 2 1. So in 2 1 2 should be following 1, and in 3 1 3 should be followed by 1. Similarly we have this wherein 2 is also dependent on 0. So after 1 should be taken and also 0 should be taken for 2. So this is the direction for from 0 to 2. Similarly for 3 we also need 0th course, so we'll give it like this. For 3 we need 2 also, so this will be the direction. And then another course 4 is there which has a prerequisite of 4, which has a prerequisite of 3. 4 also depends on 0, so let's mark it like this. And 5 is another course which has a prerequisite of 4. So this is my acyclic graph that is made. And now let's see what is my probable solution for this. So I can see that in all of these courses only value which doesn't have any incoming edge is 1. So 1 is kind of independent. It doesn't matter when I take 1, it doesn't have any prerequisites. So I can take 1 anytime and say that this has been done, so all the edges that are following it are nullified. This has happened. I have taken 1. Now what can happen is I see 0 is there. 0 just had one prerequisite, that was 1. I already took 0. I already took 1. Now 0 does not have any other prerequisites. Let us take 0. Now after taking 0, what courses are free? Second course, third course and fourth course. Now third and fourth do have another prerequisites, like 4 has a prerequisite of 3 and 3 has a prerequisite of 2, but we can see that 2 doesn't have any prerequisite left, so we can have 2 now. After taking 2, all the dependents on it are removed, so this edge I can remove. And similarly now I can see that 3 is free, so I can take 3, and after taking 3 this edge is removed and 4 is free, and after taking 4 this edge is free, and now I can take fifth course. So this is my probable solution for this. Let's see how we can form it in a code. In this we need to traverse our prerequisite array and make a directed graph in such a way that we know how many incoming edges are on every node and how many outgoing edges are there on every node. I'll take a map of int comma vector of int, which will be my vec, and I will also be taking a map int comma int, which is a counter. So what these two things are saying, this will be maintaining the DAG, and this counter will be maintaining the number of incoming edges, or we can say number of prerequisites required, prerequisites remaining. Okay, let's process the input first and then we will follow up with the with calculating the answer. For I equal to 0 to I is equals to prerequisite dot size, what I will do is I'll have a vector in which prerequisite I to 1 is having a value of pushback prerequisite I dot 0. So why am I doing this? When I have 0 comma 1, in 1 I will make a directed edge from 1 to 0. So that is why I am pushing 0 into my 1 node, and similarly from 2 to 1 I'll push 2 into my 1 node, so that it will be a directed edge from 1 to 2. Now what we need to do is maintaining a counter. I'll maintain a counter for prerequisite I comma 0, which will be plus plus. So here when I push 0 into my first vector, I also say that 0 has one requirement, and similarly when I push 2 into my first vector, I'll increment my counter saying that 2 requires at least one prerequisite. So this is the pre-processing that we have done. Now let's see how we can follow up after this. We'll follow a BFS approach here. In BFS approach, we'll first find which course is free of requirement. How we can do this? For I equal to 0 to I equal to num courses, if counter of I equal to 0, then what I can say that it doesn't have any prerequisite. I'll push my ith node into my queue dot push I. Herein I am taking two other variables which are answer, a vector, and queue. Now this is done. What next I will have to do? While my queue is not empty, I'll pop a value from queue I can input it into my answer vector because it doesn't have any prerequisites. Now what I have to do is, now this prerequisite is already taken, so whatever nodes are following this, for example 0, 2, 3 are following 1, so I can decrement their counter. I can decrement the counter of 0, 2 and 3. What will happen then? For y in vector of x, just decrement the counter of y. Okay, now one more thing that we need to check: if counter of y is 0, that means all the prerequisites for this particular course are already done. What I can do is q dot push y. Okay, so from here to here we have one bracket, and at last also we need to do a q dot pop. So this is the BFS approach. At last we need to just check for some edge cases. I'm doing this because there can be some case wherein there is a cycle in the directed graph. So for example, if 1 is dependent on 2, 1 is dependent on 0, and 0 is dependent on 2, which is dependent on 3. Now 3 is dependent on 2, and 2 in turn is dependent on 1. So here we can see that 1 has an in degree of 1, has an in degree of 1, 0 has an in degree of 1, 2 2 has in degree of 2, 3 has an in degree of 1. So I cannot start. So this is the edge case that we have to consider.